What's up, everyone? This is FP Sticks. This is going to be the second video in the series recapping my Portland Mega Rose Cup tournament. And in this video, I'm showing you all the matches where I freaking sucked, man. I either played horribly or I just got outplayed or my knowledge of team comp wasn't on point. So throughout this video, we're going to be taking a look at all of the rounds that I lost. Again, I went 4-4 in this tournament, which not super impressive. It was my first mega tournament that I ever went to, and being the top ranked player going into this tournament, as you will see, every single match that I had was against an opponent that was very, very good. I actually battled 2 ace trainers in this, which is just insane. But this first round, I was actually on the live stream, and it was against Kakuna Matata, who's actually the creator of PvP. And as you will see, I wasn't able to screen record my phone because it was hooked up to the live stream, so I was able to snap a little clip of my first round off of the Twitch live stream. So let's kind of check this out and see where I went wrong. These are very fun battles here. So again, this first round is up against Kakuna Matata 42, and you can see our teams on the screen there. Look at his team. It's got a freaking Lickitung, and I had never gone against one of those before. I did know what moveset it had because I had looked at PvP, just purely based off the movesets. But I'll tell you what, I have never run any simulations against Lickitung, and definitely not battled against one. I do know that it has Shadow Ball and Earthquake, so Earthquake is obviously going to one-shot my Probopass. He switches into Alolan Marowak, and I'm a little too slow on the switch here. This allowed the Marowak to get like 3 Fire Spins worth of energy. Normally, if I would have been able to switch in there after 2 Fire Spins worth, I would have been more okay with tanking the Shadow Ball. But this is not good, and as you can see, I was 1 Shadow Claw away from hitting that second foul play, so misplay on my part, too slow on the switch in right there. I bring in my Probopass. I really don't have any other option than to just farm this down, and I do correctly shield the Shadow Ball, so good for me. Out comes the Lickitung, so I'm assuming he doesn't have Medicham in the back, which really would be a good response. I correctly shield the Earthquake because I anticipated he was going to throw that. I knew he had been charging up a lot of energy. So Lickitung was still alive after that Rock Slide. Absolutely insane. Out comes Golbat. I need to stay in here with my Probopass and throw this Rock Slide to burn that last shield. I'm anticipating this being a Shadow Ball, but I know I can tank it just barely. This Rock Slide is most likely going to get his last shield, and then he is zeroed out on energy, so I should be able to beat him to this Ice Punch versus him beating me to the Shadow Ball. So I am going to be able to get this Ice Punch and take the first round, but this Lickitung is going to give me so many problems, and I don't know how to properly handle this thing. Looking at his team, I was so scared to bring in Charizard because of his Probopass. And the Alolan Marowak, but Charizard would really have kept Lickitung in check. My Wigglytuff would have really kept Lickitung in check. So another huge mistake here, I don't even change up my team comp. And I should have realized that I kind of have a weakness to Lickitung. But honestly, my Medicham can handle Lickitung as well, but I just didn't realize it at the time. If I would have just went straight Ice Punch, could have easily had this. Because the Shadow Ball doesn't get stab. Even though the lick damage is going to really add up, I'm hitting the Lickitung for super effective damage with counter. So we go into the second round. It is important to note that a bunch of people were watching the live stream, not only on Twitch, but in the venue itself. There was about 100 people crowded around this projector screen, literally about 10 feet away from us. We couldn't see the projector, obviously. But it was intense, man. Even with noise-canceling headphones and earplugs in, you could still hear the crowd just cheering, and they weren't cheering for me, that's for sure. They wanted to see an upset. And so whenever you lose a round and then you hear like an eruption of applause, kind of gets in your head a little bit. Again, this was the first mega tournament I had went to. And literally round 1, I'm on stream. So this was all very new for me. No excuses though. I definitely did not play very well. Boy, I committed a shield and that Marowak shadowballed me. I'm pretty sure because he correctly landed that bait. So huge mistake. Actually, not a mistake on my part, just a really great play from my opponent. I had to let this Bone Club go through. This is so rough. I am down a shield. I'm anticipating the Licky in the back. He's also running a Spark Probopass, and after this tournament, I immediately changed my Probopass to Spark. I ran into so many people running Spark Probopass, and that seems to be the way to go. It is very rare that you're able to get your Probopass into a beautiful farm down scenario with Rock Throw, and honestly, you just cannot apply shield pressure when you are not able to get your fast moves or your charge moves off as quickly. So I'm definitely saying that Spark Probopass is the way to go, as well as you're going to comfortably win the mirror. And if you look at his team, his only answer for my Probopass is his Medicham, but because his Probopass is running Spark, it has a favorable matchup against mine. I'm out of shields here. This Shadow Ball is really going to hurt. Still doesn't take me out, but my Shadow Claws are double resisted because of Licky's normal typing. And this next foul play, even if I were to hit it, would not be able to take it off. So he takes that match. There's an eruption of applause, and I'm just thinking to myself, how am I going to deal with this Licky? So I bring in a Wigglytuff lead, hoping to catch that. And he mirrors with his own Wigglytuff. So I know the way to play this out is just go straight Charm. But watch what he does. He makes an amazing move at the end here. Now, the animation of Charm is kind of a long animation, and I was too slow to throw a charge move there, and all that energy went to waste. His Alolan Marowak now is switch locked against my Probopass, but this thing is going to be able to apply some shield pressure with these Bone Clubs. He still has a loaded Wigglytuff in the back. I need to be aware of that. But I'm anticipating that he has Licky in the back because he has been loving that thing. I could have possibly committed to a fast move farm down here, but I knew I needed to save a shield for whatever was in the back. I could have farmed up a little bit more energy though. Out comes the Licky, and at this point I should have... Okay, right here I throw the Rock Slide. I should get out of here right now. I draw a shield. I need to switch into Medicham because look, the lick damage is so insane. It's able to farm me down and I can't even get to another charge move. And now this is a loaded Licky that's going to be able to throw 2 Shadow Balls. Really rough for me. The lick damage is hitting me for super effective. I can't even get to my freaking Ice Punch. This is going to be a Shadow Ball. Not going to take me out, but he still has the Wigglytuff in the back, remember? I'm able to... he gets 1 Charm off, and that's just the perfect amount of damage to take me within lick range now. I'm not going to be able to get to another Ice Punch. Very confident win from Kakuna Matata. So, major error on my part was just being an idiot and not knowing how to handle Licky. But great plays on his part. And that was the first round. Brutal to take a loss. But so my major errors against King Vicki here... we'll see how this plays out. I get my Wigglytuff switch locked against his Probopass, and amazing plan on his part. He led Scrafty, knowing that most people are going to want to get their Wigglytuff on Scrafty as quickly as possible to try to melt it because of that double resistance. But because of my anticipation of trying to melt that down, I switch in my Wigglytuff and get it switch locked against Probopass. This is really bad for me. I do bring in my Medicham because I can soak up all these charge moves that Probopass has. If he has a Wigglytuff in the back, this is going to be pretty rough. I've also lost switch advantage here. There's an Alolan Marowak, so still pretty bad for me. He doesn't know that I have Psychic yet, so I am going to go for Psychic right off the bat. He still has Scrafty, so I'm going to bring in my Probopass and catch whatever charge move this is. Don't shield it. I do catch the Shadow Ball, which is actually amazing for me. He dumps more energy into my Probopass. Scrafty's going to be able to counter me down. I'm anticipating this being a power-up punch, so I don't shield it. It is a power-up punch. Barely able to survive, but I'm not able to get a charge move. But now I have my Medicham with 2 shields, so I'm going to fully farm this thing down. But that Alola Marowak in the back has 2 shields, so this is all but over. There's no point in me even throwing a charge move here because he's going to shield it up and I won't get that damage. So I have to commit to fast moving down an Alolan Marowak, which that just ain't going to happen. I throw an Ice Punch here, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be resisted and not do that much damage. Actually able to get to a second Ice Punch because of how much I farmed. But again, it doesn't matter. The 2 shields that he saved, he's going to be able to take this first game. Ugh. That Scrafty lead really threw me. So I do make a pretty significant adaptation. I'm going for a Wigglytuff lead this time. And I have Medicham in the back. So I have 2 things to deal with Scrafty now. One thing I forgot to mention is actually at the conclusion of this tournament, even though I went 4-4, my rank actually still went up. So I was number 7 in the world after this tournament, which I was pretty happy with. I'm just glad that I maintained my ace ranking. So I led with the Wigglytuff and it caught his Scrafty, so great call on my part changing up my team. Now this freaking Alolan Marowak is going to land the Bone Club. I was worried that the first move might have been Shadow Ball, and I know that Rhyperior is not very tanky, surprisingly for how large he is, not very tanky. Out comes the Scrafty. Now Superpower is going to hit this thing for super effective. I really want this to go through, but he shields it up. Ugh, I could have possibly double surfed, because then I wouldn't have dropped my defense. So, who knows? But if that Superpower would have landed, it would have been insanely amazing for me. Gonna let this go through. It's just a power-up punch. I'm anticipating him to switch out. There it is. Skarmory in the back. This is not really good for me. I made a very slow switch here. I don't know why I did that. I knew that I needed to maintain the Wigglytuff Scrafty matchup. So again, another slow switch. But when you are playing opponents that you've never played before, you really do not want to make a misclick switch. So it is a little bit better to err on the side of caution, but this definitely cost me some significant energy loss in this. Luckily, I'm going to be able to land this Ice Beam on the Skarmory, and then I know Wigglytuff can easily handle the Scrafty. Out comes Scrafty. Charm just does a ridiculous amount of damage. This is going to be a power-up punch. Even if it's a foul play, I'm going to resist it. Power-up punch is only hit for neutral, and I'm going to be able to charm it down. So able to take the second game. Let's see what happens third game. I'm going with the same team. Ugh. I should have at least changed leads, because look what happens. He brings in a Alolan Marowak. I have 2 things weak to a Alolan Marowak. So in that opening scenario, I shouldn't have even switched out. I should not have switched out. I should have stayed Wigglytuff against the Alolan Marowak, committed 0 shields, and just charmed it down as much as possible. Then, even though I would have lost the matchup, I would have brought in my Rhyperior, and it at least wouldn't have been switch-locked against Scrafty, which is just absolutely atrocious. Oh my goodness. At least I'm going to be able to bring in Wigglytuff, but he still has a Alolan Marowak. I don't know how I'm going to handle the Alolan Marowak. No point in shielding this, it's just power-up punch. But now my Wigglytuff is kind of so low health that it doesn't stand a fighting chance against that Alolan Marowak. And my Medicham really doesn't stand a chance. At least he brings out the Alolan Marowak. Wigglytuff can handle it better. I should have shielded here. I should have shielded all of these Bone Clubs. He switches out into his own Wigglytuff, and now I'm totally screwed. It's game over. So my mistake here, with that horrible lead matchup, since I knew that I didn't have an answer to Alolan Marowak, should have just stayed in with Wigglytuff and then committed to letting that thing faint. But amazing adaptation on his part, putting the Wigglytuff in the back. Read me like a book, and he made a great adaptation to his team. One thing that was hilarious at this tournament, a lot of people recognized me, which was really cool to meet so many of you that watch the channel and support the channel. But a bunch of these people that beat me were they were like, "Oh man, I learned so much from your videos." And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should watch my own videos then, because you guys are wrecking me, man. But so this next round is up against Pokemon Trainer Harris. He's an ace trainer, man. This is no joke. Out comes the Clefable, and my biggest mistake, I think, with all three games here is not respecting the Clefable. I never ended up bringing a hard enough check to the Clefable, and I found that people who run Machamp as their fighter really give me a lot of problems. All I really have, I did bring in Probopass against the Clefable in this game, which is really good, but I'm anticipating the Machamp coming out and absolutely shredding me. Yep, and my switch clock is not up yet, so I'm stuck in here dealing with this Machamp that's just gonna wreck me. He doesn't shield that, surprisingly. This is pretty much pointless to shield this. Gonna be taken out anyways. I have Wigglytuff. It's gonna be able to farm down the Machamp. And then he has his own Probopass. Oh, this is totally game over. Wigglytuff cannot do anything against this. It is a Spark Probopass. Look at that, man. People were smart in this tournament. Everyone was smart. They ran Spark Probopass, and I was sitting there with Rock Throw Probopass like a noob, not being able to throw charge moves hardly ever, losing Probopass mirror matchups, and not being able to put any shield pressure against the fighters. So he takes that first game. Very confident victory. Okay, this is horrible. This line of three, nothing counters Clefable. What the heck am I thinking? Look at this. Oh, no. Oh, no. So I have to stay in here. I have to stay in here. I can't bring in my Sableye or my Medichant. Oh, can we just not watch this matchup? This is like so... oh, yeah. And he's instantly recognizing that I don't have an answer to his Clefable. What do I bring out? Who knows? Let's bring in Medicham, throw it into the fire, and just watch this thing get wrecked. Oh my gosh. Gonna commit a shield. But this guy's smart. He's like, oh man, this FP Sticks must be an idiot. If he's bringing a Medicham into a Clefable, man. Worst YouTuber ever. Okay, he lets the Clefable go down, which I am incredibly grateful for. And I insta-swap into my Sableye. Don't know why I did that. That's probably another huge mistake there. I know the Clefable's out of the picture, so maybe that's why I wanted to bring in my Sableye, knowing that everything else against his team with a Sableye with an energy advantage would do well. And I anticipated Probopass being in the back, so I guess that's another reason. I wonder if I don't think I'd take this match. Yeah, because this is a Spark Probopass, it's going to be able to apply shield pressure to my Medicham. I do have to shield this up. The Magna Bomb is going to be hitting me for neutral, whereas Machamp's charge moves are only going to be hitting me for not very effective. Both of the charge moves. Oh my goodness, but he still has a shield. Okay, at this point, I probably should have just committed to fast moving this thing down, because I'm not going to be able to get to a second Ice Punch. That would have won me the match. That would have won me the match. If I did not throw Ice Punch and only went for counters, I would have won. Dang, what a close finish there. Even with my absolutely... Oh my gosh, no, I do not do this again. Do I... Oh! I bring in the same freaking line of three. This was the battle right before I was able to eat food, I think. So I was pretty hungry, and the brain was not working. Why am I staying in that? Oh, what a freaking slow switch into Medicham. This is trash gameplay. This is absolute trash. I know I'm going to be able to farm down this Machamp, because I'm going to resist everything that it throws at me. He did lead Probopass, and I still have my Rhyperior for that. But this Machamp, like, really shredded my Rhyperior. And now I don't have a very healthy Medicham. I'm throwing Psychic on whatever is coming out. It's the Clefable again. But, again, I didn't bring an answer for Clefable. This is... Oh, man. This is a good game. right here with 2 shields. This is already a good game. I had to bring in Rhyperior to throw a Surf to try to threaten this last shield. But he still has Probopass in the back. He doesn't even shield it. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. So Sableye is going to get wrecked here. There's no point in shielding. I actually totally just let this go through for the sake of time because I was starving and I just wanted to eat and get out of that absolutely horrible matchup. Good games, Pokemon Trainer Harris. Going up against another ace trainer here, Maximum Espresso. Ooh. Okay, this is a favorable lead for me. Regardless of whether I was running Rock Throw or Spark, this is a favorable lead for me because I'm very confident in my Probopass IVs. Now he gets his Medicham switch locked against the Sableye, which is really great for me. Ice Punch is going to be neutral. Everything else is going to be resisted. So Ice Punch is always the way to go here. Over farming just a little bit. I always want to leave these scenarios with minimum health and maximum energy farmed because that doesn't allow whatever Pokemon they're going to bring in to farm me down and get energy. I'm up a shield. Golbat is not the best response to Sableye. Maximum Espresso was not running a Charmer, so that's why I felt comfortable bringing in Medicham and Sableye. Now Probopass is going to be able to get on this Golbat. Oh, I bring in my Medicham. Oh, at this point I realize that my Medicham is totally useless here. So I bring in Medicham just to put on shield pressure, and I'm totally ready to just let it be a sacrifice. But because I know Probopass is going to win me this game, Probopass with 2 shields. I catch the Shadow Ball, even better for me. That's more energy wasted. Gonna land the Rock Slide. He actually shields it up, but this is already good games. He's also running a Hex variant of Alolan Marowak, which I believe allows him to win the Mirror. So that's probably his main reasoning behind that. Because of Rock Throw, I'm able to feint that thing down and throw a Rock Slide against the Golbat. So very confident first game win there for me. But let's see where it goes wrong. Okay. I had a solid team of 3, and I changed it. Why did I do that? I'm now oh my gosh, Charizard lead into Probopass is so bad, and now that I don't have my Medicham, I don't have an answer to this Probopass. Sableye is not an answer to Probopass. If I had a best buddy boost on my Sableye, then it would be, but I don't. If I would have stuck with my Medicham, if I would have stuck with my same line of 3, even if I would have led Probopass again, I would have been in a slightly better scenario. Even though I would have lost the mirror match, I would have been okay with that. I'm going straight for the Power Gem here. Kind of stupid. I don't get a shield, which is really good for me. And Power Gem does hit for more damage, but I could have thrown 2 foul plays there, I'm pretty sure. I'm down a shield. I have to bring in Probopass. And if this is an Earthquake, I'm done. It's only a Night Slash, so I call the bluff. If this is an Earthquake, I'm so screwed. It's only a Night Slash again. I call the bluff again. But he gets the boost. His Probopass is going to be able to handle my Probopass. He brings out the Probopass. I have some stored energy, but he still has 2 shields here. I get one of the shields, but I have Charizard in the back. Charizard cannot hang with Probopass. I have to commit both my shields here. Now I'm going to bring in the Charizard. I just want to get off a Dragon Claw. Please, please, and I'm not able to do it. This wasn't even a CMP tie. This was one of those instances where since Spark is a 2-turn animation and Fire Spin is a 3-turn, it just perfectly lined itself up where his Spark finished 1 turn before my Fire Spin. Oh man, I need a Rock Throw down this Probopass, but he makes an amazing switch into Alolan Marowak. Because he's running Hex, he's going to be able to very quickly get to this Bone Club. And I'm not going to be able to get to Rock Slide. If I was running Sparked, this would be a different scenario. Good games there. Good games. Going in the final round, let's see where I go wrong. Okay, I go back to my trusty line of 3. How could I possibly screw this up? I don't know. We will see. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember. It's the Gliscor. Check this out, everyone. So I was talking about how so many people shield bait when you're going against new opponents that you've never faced before, right? So I didn't want to get shield baited here. But he committed a shield there. I should have matched him. Because look at this. Earthquake lands. Probopass gets one shot. I'm in a horrible position. Gliscor has favorable matchups against both of these Pokemon. Huge mistake. My opponent committed his shield. I should have committed my shield. And since he's running Wing Attack and not Fury Cutter, he can't go straight Earthquake and win. He either has to land it unshielded first off or get the shield bait. Really rough. So it's a very steep uphill battle for me from here on out. I throw the foul play on a Sableye. Shields are now down. I am really hoping that he has Probopass in the back. I commit my last shield here. Oh, why did I switch in my Medicham? Oh, no. What is in the back? Is it if it's Probopass in the back, I'm such an idiot. I should have stayed in with Sableye there. I had an energy advantage. I could have thrown foul play. Oh my gosh. What is it? Oh, okay, it's a Alolan Marowak, so I didn't have any hope anyways. Better team composition on his part. Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's not going to get near as many views as some of my Go Battle League videos, but I really hope that you guys were able to learn from this. And hey, I am not a robot. I am a human being, and I make mistakes sometimes, contrary to what you might think. But thank you all so much for watching. If you want to support the channel and be on my friends list and train with me, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.